Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Some days ago we had the World Blitz Championship, and in this tournament we had a very interesting situation in the game between young and talented Super Grandmaster Alireza Firouzja and World Champion Magnus Carlsen. In this position we have on the board white ran out of time, and that's why Firouzja lost this game. But why does black win here when Carlsen only has one bishop on the board? And also, what could happen in this endgame if Firouzja had not stayed out of time here? Is white winning this position, or does black have any possibility to defend and get a draw? Well, in this video we are going to try to answer those two questions. According to FIDE rules, the player who runs out of time loses the game if his opponent can't create some mate position even with absurd moves. And that can happen like this, assuming white plays very bad. They would need to bring the king to the corner and also block the king with the bishop, and then black could be able to give mate. About how fair is this rule? Actually, I think sometimes it could be a little unfair, but we can say that the rule is pretty simple. If there is mate position with absurd moves, then it's winning, otherwise it will be a draw. And here we have some examples so we can better understand how this rule works. In all the positions it is black to move and white just run out of time. So what is going to happen here? This position will be a draw because there is no illegal way to get mated here. Even when the king goes to the corner, the queen will always be able to block. So we could have something like this on the board, but as you can see, the queen can block here, so there's no mate. What is going to happen with this one? Well, here black wins because there is a legal way to get a mate position. If white plays very bad, we could have something like this on the board. And this is the last example. Is black winning or we have a draw here? Actually, this is going to be a draw. Even with very bad moves, there's no way to lose this endgame. Notice that black pawns are controlling all these squares. It means that white king will never be able to go to the other side of the board, and the same happens for black king. White pawns are controlling all these squares, so black king will never be able to cross this line. So this is going to be a draw when white runs out of time here. About the second question, black could get a draw playing the right moves in this endgame. The key here is that white needs to bring the king and the pawn to the 6th rank. If that happens, white wins. Remember, white has 3 pawns, so they could sacrifice 2 of them to get the bishop and then win with the e4 pawn. But black can avoid that. If white advances the pawn to g6, then black will have to bring the bishop to g7, controlling h6. And if white brings the king first to g6 or h6, then the bishop on this diagonal will be very annoying and won't let white advance this pawn. So as I said, we have a fortress here. Although I don't want to finish without showing you a tricky position here. Let's say black plays bishop d2 and now white plays king h5. So in this position there is only one move for black to get a draw. So pause the video and try to find it. The right move and the only way to get a draw in this position will be by playing bishop c3. The idea is that after g6, black is still on time to play bishop g7 and stop white king. If black doesn't play bishop c3 here, let's say something like bishop c1, then white plays g6, and when black comes here, then king h6, and this is winning for white. So bishop c3 is the good one, and also if instead of g6 white plays something like king h6, then black needs to play bishop d2, avoiding g6. So as you can see, there are still some tricks in this endgame, but it seems like black will be able to get a draw with this interesting fortress. So this is the analysis I wanted to show you today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you think the video and the content were good, give me likes. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next.